Ronaldo to me, Ronaldo! It's one of the great Old Trafford comebacks. Astonishing!
Manchester United 1, FC Copenhagen 0. Off to the semi-final. We played a semi-final on Sunday. We better hope that Wolves beat Sevilla. If Wolves do not beat Sevilla, we ain't beating Sevilla on Sunday. We ain't doing that. Not performing how we done against FC Copenhagen. And yes, I'm the guy that said in my previous videos, I'm the guy that said it's knockout football. It's one leg. It's one game. It's knockout football. In knockout football, it's not about performance. It's all about the results. I'm the guy that said that. But the way we performed against Copenhagen, having to go to extra time against that type of team, that means there's problems ahead for us. Big problems ahead for us. I mean, look in the first 45 minutes, and Copenhagen were much more comfortable on the ball. They were moving the ball better than us. They had passing patterns. Every player knew where each other was on the pitch. They knew they were playing 1-2s. There were patterns in their play. They knew exactly what to do, how to do it, when to do it. The thing that let Copenhagen down is that the quality of player is not good. But if they had a better quality of player, no doubt they would have scored a couple goals in that first half, because that was a pathetic first half from Manchester United. Very, very bad. And you can see one team that's coached and one team that's not coached. And so some of the fans, say that we need better players to play better football. You don't need better players to play better football. You need better coaches to play better football. Because Copenhagen do not have better players than us. Yet in the first half, they played better than us when they were on the ball. So you can clearly see teams that are coached versus teams that are not coached. And we are not being coached. Our guys are not being coached properly. Not at all. That's why when the ball lands at our feet, we got no idea what to do. It's freestyles. Do what you want to do. So as I'm saying, we better hope Wolves can beat Sevilla, because if we tie Sevilla in the semi-final on Sunday, if we're versing them, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be very, very tough. I don't know who's gonna win there. I absolutely don't know, because Sevilla are a good side. If we verse Wolves, I do think we can beat Wolves, because they played in the Premier League, we know them and stuff like that. So yeah, about the performance today, it wasn't a good performance at all. The only positives I can pick out of that game is Anthony Martial. I think Anthony Martial, when he turned up in extra time, was outstanding. I've never seen Martial do those things in one game. We've seen it in glimpses, especially when he used to play on the left wing, that he can beat a couple of players. But today, I mean, he was outstanding. Took the ball by himself like Messi. The things that Messi does, Martial was doing that. Taking the ball by himself and dribbling plus 3-4 people. Outstanding. And I want to see more of that from Martial. So, man of the match, we have to give it to Anthony Martial. If it weren't for him, we were never getting that penalty and scoring. And speaking about the penalty, I mean, why do we have to rely on penalties? How many games this season and even post-lockdown now have we relied on penalties to win us the game, penalties to get the breakthrough in the game? Why? Why can't we score proper goals? Why? Because we're not getting coached properly. Because the caliber of players, guys, we've got excellent players in the first 11. Excellent. But those boys are not being coached, let's face it. So the positive to take out of this is only Anthony Martial. He made things really happen by himself. Took the ball, Messi, dribbling past 3-4 players, and that for me was outstanding. I hope he can do it in the semi-final and the final. Apart from that, there's absolutely no positives I can take. Absolutely. Let's go through the players. Romero had nothing to do. Copenhagen didn't even have a shot on target. So Romero had nothing much to do. Right back, Wan-Bissaka, I'll say it was an okay game for him. Attacking wise, he's very bad. He's very bad attacking wise. But we knew this, guys. We knew this. That's why for me, I don't want to be overcritical. I don't want to be overcritical because you will say that I'm negative. I don't want to be overcritical, but I got my reservations about Wan-Bissaka being an attacking fullback. He's not good at all. And Wan-Bissaka would be an excellent fullback 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Right now we're in modern football where your fullback needs to be even better at attacking than defending. You look at Trent Alexander-Arnold. That boy is not very good in defending, but attacking, he's the best in the world. So he will be known for he is currently the best right back in the world because of his attacking strengths. And the list goes on, the list goes on. So for me, Wan-Bissaka is not a modern day fullback, but okay, in defending he's the best in the world. There's an average performance from him because, as I'm saying, going forward he done nothing for us. He's not good on the ball. Eric Bailly, I think Eric Bailly was one of our best players on the pitch. It surprised me that Oli took him off. It's clear that our manager has agendas against his own players. I don't know how you have that, but it's clear our manager does, because there's certain players, no matter how they're performing, he takes them off. So he took off Eric Bailly, and I think Eric Bailly was one of our better players. He took off Eric Bailly. Eric Bailly had a good game for me. Maguire had a steady game. Nothing really much he was doing. He had a steady game. What I will say about Maguire, I'm tired of those long diagonal balls. I'm tired of that. Who told Maguire he's a ball playing centre back? I don't know. But nonetheless, it's an okay game for him. He never had much to do defensively. Left back, oh my gosh, that boy was getting spun right around. I mean, they had him on toast. They had Brandon Williams on toast. They were doing skills. He was literally turning full circle. He had no idea where the ball was. That right back of theirs that used to play for us, Varela, he was finishing Brandon Williams. Brandon Williams really has to take a learning from this performance, because it was a good performance from him defensively. Not good. I never see him go forward much, and if he did go forward, there was no impact from him going forward. So it is an average performance. Let me give them ratings. I give Wan-Bissaka a rating of probably 6. Let's see. I'll give him a 6. I give Wan-Bissaka a 6. I give Eric Bailly probably... No, I can't give Eric Bailly the same rating as Wan-Bissaka. So I give Wan-Bissaka a 5. I give Eric Bailly a 6. I'll give Harry Maguire a 6. He never do too much wrong. Brandon Williams, I'll give Brandon Williams probably a 4. I think they were finishing him on that wing. They were finishing him. They were doubling up on him. He had no answer to them. He's a 4. Then going into the midfield, Fred, I think also Fred. Look at Fred. That's what I'm saying. Our manager has agendas against his own players. There's certain players that no matter how good they play, our manager will always sub them or bench them. And Fred was another one. I thought Fred was good. I thought Fred had a good performance. Yes, at the beginning of the game he gave away an opportunity, but after that he redeemed himself. The way he was breaking the lines with his passing, his range of passing was okay. He's much better than Matic on the ball. Passing the ball, that is, he's better than Matic. He's very forward thinking. He always wants to go forward with the ball. The one thing about Fred, he's always playing like 120 miles per hour. He's always playing too fast. I just want him to cool it down. But I think Fred was good. I will give Fred probably... What can I give Fred? I'll probably give Fred a 7. I think Fred was that good. I really think Fred was that good. I was impressed by Fred. I'll give Fred a 7. Paul Pogba, I'll give Paul Pogba a 6. I think Pogba was good as well. A steady performance from Paul Pogba. I'll give him a 6. Bruno Fernandes, I'm going to give him a 6 as well. He never do much. At all. There were some passes he was giving the ball away, but he scored the penalty. And people can say penaldo, people can say all these type of things, but at the end of the day, you need someone to score the penalty. People win trophies, big trophies with penalties. So Bruno Fernandes a 6. Bruno Fernandes, you know, sometimes I wish he would take more care of the ball. He gives the ball away too cheaply. He always wants to find a killer pass. Whenever Bruno gets the ball, it's always, where's the killer pass? And make the killer pass. No, sometimes the killer pass is not on. Recycle the ball. Pass it sideways, pass it whatever, but keep the ball. Because especially in the first half, when you keep the ball, you give your team more momentum. You let them be more comfortable. Take the pressure off them. Let them pass. Let them touch the ball. Take the pressure off them. It makes them feel more comfortable. It gives them more momentum. But Bruno don't do that. As soon as Bruno gets the ball, he's looking for the killer pass. And today, he misplaced some passes, some easy passes he misplaced. I just wish he would take more care of the ball. But 6 for Bruno. Mason Greenwood, I give Mason Greenwood 6. I was going to say a quiet performance. Mason Greenwood, literally, when Ollie said Greenwood is the best finisher he's ever seen, I don't think Ollie was lying. This is true, guys. This boy, whenever the ball leaves his foot, like 90% chance that it's going to go in the back of the net. He scored an offside goal. He scored an offside goal, and then the second time he shot, it hit the post. I mean, who does that? Like every time the ball leaves his foot, you always almost certain that it's going to go in the back of the net. He's excellent. His finishing is excellent. I think it's second to none in Europe. I'm going to say that. I think it's second to none in Europe, guys. His finishing. So I'm going to give him a 6 as well. I can't give him a 7. No one really. There's only one player that got a 7. So I gave Fred as well, huh? Yeah, a 6 for Mason Greenwood. I think he was lively. Let's go to the other wing. Marcus Rashford, poor. Very, very, very poor. And this has been Marcus Rashford from lockdown. Post-lockdown, Rashford has been poor. I think he had about 2 good games. Out of all these games post-lockdown, Rashford only had about 2 good games. So, for Rashford, I'm going to give him probably a 4. It is what it is. He was poor. That whole left wing was very, very bad. Brandon Williams and Marcus Rashford was poor. Rashford even had a one-on-one with keeper. Yes, it was offside, but he never knew he was offside. The flag stayed down and he missed. The keeper saved it. I mean, come on. But yeah, a poor performance from Rashford. I'm going to give Rashford a 4. And then Anthony Martial, I'm going to give him an 8. 8 simply because in the first half he had no show. He wasn't involved in the first half. Even in the second half there was moments of brilliance, but extra time. He deserves an 8. I can't give him the same as Fred 7. No. He deserves an 8. I thought he was outstanding in extra time. We won that game because of Martial. Literally taking the ball and dribbling past 3-4 players. That's Messi-like. Messi does those things. So I'm going to give him an 8. Man of the match for Anthony Martial. When Mata came on, I'm going to give Mata a 7. I think when he came on, he really played the number 10 role. He played it properly. That's how a number 10 plays. Don't force the pass, Bruno. When you get the ball, if the pass is not on, recycle it. Let your other teammates touch it. Touch the ball. Bounce the ball off them. That's a number 10. Bruno gives the ball away too cheap, but Mata, yeah, definitely Mata, I'll say a 7. He made an impact when he came on. He made an impact. He was involved in the penalty as well for Martial. I think he played the ball to Martial, I think so. So definitely a 7 for one. Mata, who else came on? Victor Lindelof, he never do much, but he never do anything wrong as well. I'll give him a 5. He never do much. Scott McTominay, too late to even judge him. Jesse Lingard as well, he came on too late to even give them a rating. So yeah, that's what I will say about the midfield, guys. I want to address something in the midfield as well. We play with one midfielder. You saw the game today. Fred is playing as a third centre back alongside Eric Bailly and alongside Maguire. Fred is playing next to them. Then we got Bruno on the top that is playing in every other position but his position, which is number 10. Bruno plays on the left wing. Bruno plays as a second striker next to Martial. That means there's only one midfielder, which is Paul Pogba. So the shape in the midfield is off. And the only person in our team that has an instruction, a coaching instruction, is Paul Pogba, who is our best player, who is our most creative player, who is one of the only few players, him and Bruno, that can unlock a door. Especially Pogba. I think Pogba can unlock a door much more. And that's the guy we could be giving instructions to. But Bruno got a free role that I've never seen in football before, that you can play on the left, you can play up front as a second number 9. That means there's only one in the midfield, and you could see it today. And there's other games as well where Matic also plays as a third centre back, leaving Paul Pogba in the midfield by himself again, isolated. So that's it. And if I have to give Oli a rating, I give Oli a rating of 6. Simply high, a 6, because I would have given him a lower rating, but a 6 because he did bring on one Mata. Give him credit where credit's due. He brought on one Mata, but also in the same light, he's not coaching these boys. Our manager is not coaching these boys. There's no coaching going on at Manchester United. You saw it today. We've been seeing it as well, and it is alarming, guys, because you can't continue to perform like this and win games. You can't rely on penalties all the time to win a game. You can't. And you see, the thing with these small teams is that the first goal is very important. So you need to push for the first goal, because what happens is they set up defensively. They set up to nullify you and then hit you on the break. So the minute you score a goal, they have to open up. And that's how Manchester City beats all these small teams 4-5-0. 3-4-5-0 is because once they get that first goal, immediately that small team has to open, and that's where the spaces are, and then you can pick them apart as you want. That's why you saw in extra time, the minute we got the penalty, the game was broken. The game was completely broken and we had enormous amounts of space. And I do think if that was the case in normal time, in 90 minutes, we would have scored more goals. But because of this extra time, the guys are fatigued. You saw Rashford as well. He's pulling up. Bruno pulled up with the cramp after the game. Marcus Rashford looked like he was feeling it in his legs. So that's what I will say. Against these smaller teams, you have to score early. You have to push for that first goal, because immediately when you get the first goal, the floodgates are open after that. You can score at will. So that's the game, guys. You know, I don't want to be too negative. But what I will say, I want to forewarn you. That if we continue to perform like this, we will not win this tournament. There are some good teams in this tournament. We either versing Wolves or Sevilla, and I hope we don't verse Sevilla. I hope, because even Berbatov said United struggle with Spanish teams. Spanish teams play very technical football. They move the ball well. They've got fantastic passing patterns. They are very good on the ball, and we can't play against teams like that. And they know how to press. So, for our sake, I hope it's Wolves, because I know we can beat Wolves. We verse Wolves all the time in the Premier League. We can definitely beat Wolves. I think we beat them once this season, not too sure. But we can definitely beat Wolves, so I hope it's Wolves. But in the finals, there's going to be a problem. And I told you this in the previous video, and I'm telling you this in this video as well. The final will be a very big problem with Inter Milan. Inter Milan are a top team. So, but be it as it may, guys, Sunday semi-final, let's get the win. Let's go to the final. Let's lift up a trophy this season. See you all. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. I'll see you for the preview.